I met a man, he was a scientist, he was 69. He came to our retreat. He said, when I was 42, I was told I had pre-diabetes and to eat legumes every day. He said, I eat legumes every day and I never got diabetes.
I challenge you to forget everything you think you know about losing weight. For the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal the top unconventional weight loss strategies that Barbara O'Neill swears by. These aren't your typical diet tips. They're scientifically backed methods that can transform your body and your health. Here's what you need to understand. Conventional dieting advice has failed many of us. It's led to frustration and those annoying yo-yo weight patterns. You know what I'm talking about, losing weight only to gain it back and then some. It's a vicious cycle that leaves you feeling defeated. But don't worry, I've got good news. We're about to explore game-changing strategies that will revolutionize your approach to weight loss. And let me tell you, one of these methods involves a wonder fruit that's been shown to melt pounds away. Intrigued? You should be. Let's dive into these secrets that the diet industry doesn't want you to know. Now let's talk about carbohydrates. You might think whole wheat bread is a healthy choice, but what if I told you it could spike your blood sugar faster than table sugar? It's time to unravel the carbohydrate conundrum that's been sabotaging your weight loss efforts. You see, your pancreas plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar. It's like a tireless worker, constantly releasing insulin to lower blood sugar levels and glucagon to raise them. But here's the problem. Our modern diets, often high in carbohydrates, are throwing this delicate balance completely out of whack.
Hybridized wheat is found in most breads, cakes, cereals, pastas, pizzas. Because it gets the blood sugar level up so high, so fast, as we looked at this morning, then very quickly it's dumped as a visceral fat.
Let's take a closer look at wheat, a staple in many diets. You've probably heard that whole wheat is better than white bread, right? Well, here's where things get interesting. Hybridized wheat, which is what most of us consume, contains a starch structure called amylopectin A. This little troublemaker causes rapid increases in blood sugar levels, leading to a quick insulin response and, you guessed it, fat storage. But wait, there's more to this story. Barbara O'Neill, in her lecture on diabetes and weight loss, points out something surprising. She says a common misconception is that whole wheat is always better than white bread. In fact, whole wheat can still have a higher glycemic index due to the presence of amylopectin A, making it less suitable for diabetics. So what's a health-conscious person to do? This is where the glycemic index GI comes into play. It's a valuable tool for managing blood sugar levels and, by extension, your weight. Foods with a lower GI lead to a slower release of glucose into your bloodstream. This can help stabilize your blood sugar and promote weight loss. It's like choosing the scenic route instead of the highway. You'll still get there, but without the sudden spikes and crashes.
All your berries sit at about 26. Grapefruit, it sits at 25. So for the diabetic, these are good fruits because they're low GI. They're a lovely, slower delivery of fuel.
Let's look at some examples. Berries with a GI of around 26 and grapefruit with a GI of about 25 are excellent choices for blood sugar management. Compare that to bananas with a GI of around 51 or whole wheat bread, which can have a GI as high as 72. See the difference? Now I know what you're thinking. Does this mean I have to give up all my favorite foods? Not at all. It's about making informed choices and understanding how different foods affect your body. Remember what Barbara O'Neill says, the best weight loss diet is a diet that stops your hunger. This highlights the importance of including healthy fats in your diet to promote satiety and prevent overeating. By focusing on low GI foods and incorporating healthy fats, you're not just managing your weight, you're giving your body the tools it needs to function at its best. You're supporting your pancreas, stabilizing your blood sugar, and setting yourself up for sustainable weight loss. But here's the thing, this is just one piece of the puzzle. In the next section, we're going to challenge another common belief about weight loss. We all know how constant eating can lead to insulin, resistance, and fat storage, and introduce you to a simple eating schedule that could revolutionize your approach to weight loss. Let's challenge a common piece of advice that's been circulating for years. You know the one, eat small meals throughout the day to keep your metabolism fired up. It sounds logical, right? But here's the thing, recent research suggests this might not be the best approach for everyone, especially when it comes to weight loss. So what's the deal with meal timing? It turns out that your body needs time to process food effectively. Barbara O'Neill, in her lecture on diabetes and weight loss, points out that the body requires a rest period after meals to properly digest food, which typically takes about 3.5 to 4 hours. This rest allows your stomach to revive and restore digestive enzymes.
But when someone has a balanced meal, which is shown here, it takes about 3.5 to 4 hours to digest. And then the stomach loves a 1 hour rest. Let your stomach have a rest between meals. And in that rest time, it has time to revive and restore and replace the digestive enzymes it used at the last meal.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Eating less frequently can actually boost your metabolism by allowing your body to process food more effectively, rather than constantly digesting. It's like giving your digestive system a much-needed break between shifts. Now, you might be thinking, won't eating less often make me hungry and lead to overeating? That's a valid concern, but here's the catch. When you space out your meals, your body has time to use up the energy from your last meal before you eat again. This can lead to more efficient fat burning and better weight management. Let's talk about insulin for a moment. When you eat, your body releases insulin to help process the nutrients. But if you're constantly eating, you're also constantly releasing insulin. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, where your cells become less responsive to insulin's effects. And guess what? Insulin resistance is a major contributor to weight gain and difficulty losing weight. So, what's the solution? Enter time-restricted eating, a modern interpretation of intermittent fasting. This approach suggests eating within a specific time window to enhance metabolic health. It's not about drastically cutting calories or depriving yourself. Instead, it's about aligning your eating patterns with your body's natural rhythms. Dr. Michael Mosley's research indicates that eating twice in a 24-hour period can be effective for weight loss. He suggests a large meal at midday and another meal in the evening. This approach allows for a longer fasting period overnight, which can have significant benefits for your metabolism and overall health.
Dr. Michael Mosley, in his book Fast Diet, he goes into the research showing why this is so effective. It's eating twice in a 24-hour period. They suggest eating a large meal at 1 and another meal at 7. But I was talking to one girl and she said, I'm fading by 10 in the morning. And she said, and I can't sleep at night because I've got so much food in my stomach. When we go to sleep, our stomach wants to sleep.
Need more convincing? Here's a real-world example. Barbara O'Neill shares a fascinating story about a chef who decided to experiment with his eating habits. He went from frequent small snacks throughout the day to 3 structured meals. The result? Significant weight loss without changing the types of food he ate. It was all about timing.
I was reading the testimony of a chef. He was large, obese. And he said he used to eat little bits all day long. All day long. That's all he'd eat, little bits all day long. So he decided to do an experiment. He decided to get all the little bits and put it into 3 meals. He knew the old saying, and have most of it at breakfast and lunch. And he lost a lot of weight. And he ate the same amount of food. And he ate the same type of food. He just changed the times when he did it. Because he gave his stomach a break.
So how can you implement this in your own life? Start small. Try limiting your eating to an 8 to 10 hour window each day. For example, you might eat your first meal at 10 a.m. and finish your last meal by 6 p.m. This gives your body a 14 to 16 hour fasting period overnight, which can help reset your metabolism and improve insulin sensitivity. Remember, the goal isn't to starve yourself or drastically cut calories. It's about giving your body the time it needs to process food efficiently and tap into fat stores for energy. You might find that you naturally eat less without feeling deprived, simply because you're working with your body's natural rhythms. One of the secret weapons in your weight loss arsenal is something you might not expect: legumes. That's right, humble beans and lentils could be the key to unlocking sustainable fat loss and optimal health. Barbara O'Neill shares the story of a 69-year-old scientist who came to her retreat. He revealed that when he was 42, he was told he had prediabetes and was advised to eat legumes every day. By following this simple recommendation and incorporating legumes into his daily diet, he never developed diabetes.
Number 2, daily legumes. I met a man He was a scientist. He was 69. He came to our retreat. He said, when I was 42, I was told I had pre-diabetes and to eat legumes every day. He said, I eat legumes every day and I never got diabetes. Because the beans give that lovely, sure, steady delivery of fuel.
So, what makes legumes such a weight loss powerhouse? O'Neill explains that beans provide a slow, steady release of fuel, keeping your blood sugar levels stable and preventing the spikes and crashes that can lead to cravings and overeating. Plus, legumes are packed with fiber and plant-based protein, which help keep you feeling full and satisfied for longer. But what about the bloating and gas that some people experience when eating beans? O'Neill has you covered there too. She recommends soaking your legumes overnight, rinsing them well, and slowly introducing them into your diet. By taking these simple steps, you can enjoy all the benefits of legumes without the digestive discomfort. So if you're serious about shedding those extra pounds and keeping them off for good, it's time to embrace the power of legumes. From lentils and chickpeas to black beans and beyond, these little nutritional nuggets could be the missing piece in your weight loss puzzle. Let's recap the key strategies we've discussed for sustainable weight loss. We've explored the benefits of focusing on low glycemic index foods, implementing time-restricted eating, and incorporating legumes into your diet. These methods can help stabilize blood sugar, optimize your metabolism, and boost fat burning. Remember, sustainable weight loss is a gradual process. It's about making small, manageable changes that you can stick with long-term. As Barbara O'Neill says, small steps can lead to significant progress over time. This approach not only supports weight loss, but also improves overall health. Now that you're armed with these unconventional yet effective strategies, it's time to take control of your health journey. Which method resonates with you the most? Whether it's adjusting your eating window or trying out a few legumes, the power to transform your health is in your hands.